Now, let's say it's your downtime. Um, Whether you like to read or play games or go on social media, the Duo can accommodate you again with the apps span across both screens for that more immersive experience.
Now everybody scream enough respect to the X. Enough respect given.
Let's start off here with social media. I know that is a really big part of life these days, and depending on what you do in life, it might be a big part of how you work in the day too. Now, I've gone through a lot of these, and most of them don't span correctly to both screens. It's not the best way to view the app. With a lot of them, it's better to have whether it be Facebook or Instagram on one side and whatever else on the other side to take more in. But these two apps I found work really well on the Duo. Let's start here with Relay. Relay is a offshoot of Reddit, and I mean, though Reddit itself works well, Relay works better because it does span both screens. When you click on an article, you now get, just like before, everything about the article on one screen, and you're able to add your comments, read what others are saying, and still scroll through your Reddit feeds without issue on the other side. Now, Relay is how I use Reddit on my Duo because I like having the ability to do this. Now, the other app that works very well on the Duo is TikTok. Now, I'm not a TikTok user. I really got the app just so I can see how it works on the Duo, and it works great. You can scroll through your TikToks here. At least I think that's what they call them. And as you're scrolling through it, the main TikTok is working on the other side. I don't know how well this would benefit those who really use TikTok, being able to watch the video here and see what else they have here. But to me, it seems like it will work really well. Let's click on that one. Let's see if it changes.
Hi everybody. I got the honor of writing a song for For You Page, the new musical about Landon, a boy who writes a musical adaptation of a popular book.
Good to know. So you see, if you like TikTok, the Duo here is a great way to interact with the application. Now, if you are like me and you like to game and keep abreast of what's going on in the gaming industry, IGN has a pretty good app for Android, which again works well when spanned across both screens of the Surface Duo. Now, this app isn't made for the Duo, and it is one of those that you do need to adjust the orientation of the Duo to view it properly. It does switch to a vertical layout, but the way they have sized their images and placed their text, it does seem, again, like this dual screen format was made for it. You have an article at the top, an article at the bottom, and a quick introduction as to what the article is about right under it. And just because of the layout again of it, it just fits very well into how the Duo uses its dual screens. I very much enjoy using this app and reading about my movies and my games Because again, on the Duo, things just seem to be a more enjoyable experience as opposed to using regular bar-styled Android devices. So I do wish there was an official app for the Duo for this type of news, games and entertainment that properly did span both screens. But until then, these look actually pretty good. I'm not mad at how IGN has laid this out. Image at the top, and the article itself starts at the bottom, not in the divide. So it really does feel like it was made for use on a dual screen device like this. Of course, when you scroll, it must go through the divide, but that's par for the course. But at first glance, and even during use, it does adjust to the Duo's dual screens very well. And I'm very impressed with how they have done this, or at least how it coincidentally worked on the Surface Duo. Now for your international and your local news content. The app that I found works best when spanned across both screens is surprisingly, and somehow unsurprisingly, BBC News. Now, this app isn't made to span across both screens. This is one of those that just happens to look very nice when it does go across both screens, simply because of the layout of the app. The way the app works and the way the app looks just really glows, or really comes through when you view it on the Duo. Now, like I said, it's not made to have articles listed on either side. It just so happens the layout of the app fits the dual screens of the Duo very well. Now, when you go into an app, let's just click this one here. It is, as you can see, divided, but the picture quality or the image still shines through. It's still an in-depth look, and of course the article is divided as well. So depending on how you want to use the app, of course there are some compromises that must be had to use the app in this way. But overall, compared to the CNNs and the Fox News and the NBCs that you can download to your device to get any type of news, the BBC News app really does look the part and works just as well as you would think. Everything you need is right here.
When you're setting up your own business, don't be obsessed with setting it up in your country's capital.
So as far as the news apps go for your Duo, to get the look and feel that the Duo can give, that exclusive look, that unique look that the Duo is known for, BBC News is so far the only app, aside from the Microsoft app, that manages to use the Duo's dual screens in such a way that it seems natural on the Surface Duo. Now with the Microsoft Start app, this was what they used to call their notes or their news app. And just like with most of Microsoft's offerings on the Duo, it does allow for you to view these stories of interest on one side, while the full story itself opens on the other side. So let's just show you how that looks. It's pretty much what we've all seen before, but again, it just makes for a much more immersive experience once again. You can read through the story here, And while doing that, still flip through for other things of interest that you might want to touch on. And again, this is all curated to what you like, because you set it up beforehand. It takes note of what you click on when you're on other sites. So it does try to curate the selection to what it thinks is your interest. Now, not all of these work for me, but I do like the way the app itself does work, giving me the view of the story and the other options, one on each page. Now, not only does Microsoft have this type of viewing experience, but Google as well. But the thing is, surprisingly enough, the experience doesn't work on the original Surface Duo. As you see, when I open up a story, it simply went, or it stayed on the same page. Even when I span the app, it doesn't divide to have the stories on one side and the more in-depth view on the other side. But when you switch over to a Duo 2, for unknown reasons, it will open the story on the other side. Now, I'm not sure when this happened, because as far as I know, both the Duo and the Duo 2 both use the same Google feed. But for whatever the reason it might be, on the Duo 2, you do get the dual screen view of the app, where one side will have the stories and the other side will open the story more in depth. So depending on which Duo you use, which one you own, which one you might have an interest in, it is something to keep in mind that though a lot of these apps do run similarly on both devices, there are a few that cater to the Duo 1 or Duo 2 more so than the other. So with that said, continuing to showcase apps that work well span across both screens of the Surface Duo, this is what I'm into.